Hey guys, it's Claudia, and I'm back with the final layout for the Crepe Paper Craft Market collection. And let me just first I'll say that I'm really mad right now because I just did this voiceover and I I did a pretty good job on it, and then I found out that my microphone wasn't on because I'm using my boyfriend's headset, and you have to like pull down the microphone and then it's supposed to turn on. So that's just what I did, and I just assumed that it was on because that's what I always do, and then apparently it wasn't on. So I'm a bit bummed out that I have to do it again because I kind of nailed it. So let's see if I can do a better job or just as good of a job this time. Um, so like I said, this is the final layout I did with this collection, and I'm using a piece of the branding strip on both the top right and bottom left corner to just add a little bit interest to, you know, that piece of the layout or that part of the layout. See, I'm already messing up. I'm like really upset because I have to redo it now, which, is basically my own fault. But all right, let's just talk about the layout. So, what I'm doing here is I'm just coloring in some of those hexagons with white, not white, what am I thinking? Pink watercolor. And I was going to do some with a little bit turquoise watercolor, just add a little bit more interest to the paper. And if you've seen my first process video, like the first process video I've ever done, then you will have seen that I did the same thing on that layout as well. But I really like the way that it looks, so can you blame me for doing it again? No, right? If something works, then just repeat it. I don't think there's any shame in having something that works for you, and like in terms of making a layout like the same style or the same thing over and over again. If you like it and you're happy with it, then definitely do that. So here I just pull out some strips and scraps that I had left from the collection, and some of them are from 12 by 12 papers, and then others are from 6 by 6 papers. And I'm just kind of deciding in what order I want to put them on my layout. And I think now I'm just gonna stick them down. And there's a few things that I did to the layout after the recording, so I might as well talk about that right now because this is, pretty straightforward. So what I did is I added some watercolor on the background, like on the chevrons, colored some of them in with pink watercolor and like I guess like a light turquoise watercolor, um, to add a little bit more interest to that. And I wanted to do that when I started as well, but I was kind of hesitant in doing that because since I use both sides of the paper to make layouts on, I was afraid that maybe I would mess up um, the other side of the layout. But I decided to just take a risk and do it anyway. So I added some stuff to the background, and I really like how that made the layout look a little bit more appealing, at least in my opinion. And yeah. So I did some more stuff, but I'll talk about that later. So I don't know if you noticed, but just a little while ago I put the tape on the wrong side, so I couldn't use that strip of paper, and that was a really dumb moment, and I was like face palming when I did that because that was just really dumb. Can you guys hear that? Oh my god, what is that? See, I'm not used to hearing planes here ever. Um, so when I hear planes, I get nervous or something. I don't know. Like back home in the Netherlands, you hear planes all day, every day because um, I live 30 minutes away from the airport, so it's plane rush hour all the time. But here in Denmark, especially this part of the country, we never hear planes. So whenever I hear a plane, it's like, what's going on? But yeah, I don't know if the mic picked that up, but it was really loud. So here I'm just pulling down some embellishments, and as you can see, I'm not really using that many embellishments for this layout. So here I pull out this kind of, is it a jar with a bunny sitting on top of it? And I just layered it behind my photo just to use it up, to be honest, because I don't really get the purpose of it. It doesn't match with my layout, but I wanted to use it up because it has pink in it and I like to use pink on my layouts, so it works. So here I'm just getting out this chipboard. Is it like a tab kind of piece, and just play around with the placement for a minute and just decide to stick it down there. And now I'm just going through the sticker sheet and pull out this tag sticker. And what am I going to do with it? Yeah, I'm going to cut it in half and then put it there. And it looks really weird on the left side. And I realized that, so I just take it off and put it behind my photo so it kind of seems as if it's one larger piece. And now I'm just going to take out those those stickers from that little cut apart piece. And I had put those stickers on like a long time ago because I cut that piece from a cut apart sheet and then put those stickers on it. And then I was meaning to use that on a layout one day, but it never worked. I didn't really like the shape of that thing, if that makes sense. So luckily for me, the figures don't stick down too much, so I could easily take them off. And now I'm just making my title using some of those tiny alphas from the sticker sheet, and it just says love always, which is the most original title ever. Um, I know, right? But I don't care, I'm really uncreative, if that's even a word, when it comes to making titles. But it's how I feel, or at least in a way, it's how I feel. Like he will always have a special place in my heart. And here I just take off that teal piece of paper because I don't like it. The color doesn't match too much with my layout. So instead, I just pull out this 6x6 paper and cut a piece of it and use it on my layout instead because I feel like that would maybe work a little bit better. And off recording, I also did um, put a strip of the same paper on the right side and colored those flowers in as well. And I also cut out a few flowers from the cut. Well, it's not a cut part sheet, but like that floral sheet um, in the collection to add behind my photos. So you will see that in the final photos at the end of the video. And I think all I'm going to do now is... No, I still have to add some puffy stickers actually. See, that's the good thing about doing your voiceover twice. You remember what you did. Yes, I'm just adding some random puffy stickers, and that star fell off like 5 times. So I just took it off now, and then maybe just glue it down or something. Here I'm just trying to find some of those words and phrase stickers and see if any of them will work. And this one says, "This was so fun." And now I'm just going to add some splatters. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm sorry the whole process is not recorded. Have a great day, and I'll be back with more videos soon.